Hi guys, Seth here, and welcome back to another episode of TerraFirmaCraft. So, there's this ore right here. I think this is either saltpeter or cryolite. Maybe not. Borax. I remember that's useful for something. I think this is like super efficient flax, basically. Yeah, it's not too bad anyway. Or flux, not flax. Yeah, 3 times better than other stuff. Not sure. Whoa. I was about to say, I'm not sure if it's worth picking up, but I mean, well, the alternative is to have to just hammer stuff out, and I mean, this is more efficient. So I guess this is actually going to be worth picking up. Can we get that? Yeah, there we go. We finally found it. We found some gabbro. See, right there. We're a little ways away from home. Ah, wait, no, that's actually fully loaded. Yeah, this is the one I think. Oh, no. No, this is not the one. Did my maps get all screwy on me? Oh well. We are literally in the bottom right of where we're actually going to, where I'd like to explore. Like the bottom rightmost map. Which means if we don't find gabbro here, well then I'm actually just going to be moving on and not keeping the map for it or something. I don't know. Anyways, I still need to find this nickel. I found it, guys. Garnierite. Which it's really actually lucky that I did because my prospector's pick died like a minute ago. So I would, if it was not a surface vein, I wouldn't have found it. There would have been absolutely no chance. We'll have to see how deep it actually is. That's one annoying thing about not having the prospector's pick. We can't really tell. If you have surface nuggets and a prospector's pick, you can tell the general depth. You don't get the exact depth, as with everything in TFC it seems. But you do get a basic idea of how far. Let's see if we can't find this actually on camera too. I really like that. I have doubts, of course. I mean, finding something on camera, that's just rare. I pretty much instantly gave up on trying to find it on camera. But here it is. Here is that garnierite. Now I've been trying out this new idea for mining. I think right here is a good plan. And I'll get to that in half a second. I also completely forgot any sticks apparently. Do I have... I've got to have ladders or sticks somewhere. I mean, you don't have to, but it'd be really nice. Ah, whatever. Let's see what quality we got. Just regular, which is more than fine, because that is more more than we had before. So, yeah. That's awesome. Actually, let's get this mine set up how I was thinking. So what I've realized is that cave-ins will not collapse planks. right? So if you have a roof to your mine and just quarry it out, basically, in theory, you'll be fine. You shouldn't have to worry about cave-ins as long as you mine pretty much every block, which is where the negative of this mining idea comes in. I also really need ladders. Yeah. But yeah, the idea is just this, basically. Voila. This area right here is not going to collapse on me. I hope. And theoretically, if we do that all around, again, we'll be perfectly safe. Well, I am home in more ways than one, actually. First, I am obviously back here with you guys. Back at the tower. Well, half the tower. It's not quite finished. I do plan on finishing this, obviously, of course. But for now, it's, well, not finished. Anyways, moving on. So, one thing we do need to do before I even bother getting, like, actually taking inventory with you guys, I need food. I need food badly. Half of my journey, at least, was without any food whatsoever. So, getting some is of the utmost importance. Thankfully, the chickens have already done their undead screech of pain or whatever. The other way that I am home is I am back in the dorms. Now, you might be worried because last time I was in the dorms, I kind of disappeared for a little bit. The thing is that that at that point, I had a roommate. This time around, no roommate at all, which is music can actually talk. Ooh, rare. Well, let's see. Every character and in different worlds, you'll have a different taste profile. So for all I know, I could actually have a taste for medium well or fully well done pork. Looks like rare is as good as anything else, at least from my cooking ability. That's all I can tell. I've also been thinking about the plan. The idea of having other areas is still very much a thing. I am planning on moving a fair amount of my things out of this area and into a new area. That is, however, going to need a fair amount of iron, as well as a lot of other stuff. So it's not an immediate goal quite yet. For one thing that I am definitely going to need is iron. Like, a lot of iron. A lot. So I'm probably going to want to actually grab a couple extra bloomeries too. Which also brings me to this, the rolling machine, which I think you guys saw me use on camera a couple episodes ago. It's a nice idea, and I don't want to get rid of the idea of being able to use it in replacement for an anvil. But I feel I'm kind of conflicted because at one point, now that I actually have nickel, it feels like, oh yeah, everything can just cost black steel. It's fine. But I know that that's not really fair, because since I now have it, it's fine. I mean, I don't have to worry about getting it anymore, you know? So it just seems kind of weird. Which is actually one of the issues that I am currently struggling with the mod pack. I don't want it to be gated so far behind TerraFirmaCraft that you cannot ever get technology. Likewise, I want TerraFirmaCraft to still be the basis of the mod pack. I mean, this is like... You can't have a TerraFirmaCraft based mod pack and just ignore TerraFirmaCraft. Like, vanilla tech node. I haven't played it myself, but I'm pretty sure this is the ability to actually like toss in ingots here and have them be doubled and smelted and all that stuff. I think that's from Tech Node, which is a good mod pack in its own right. Like, it's one of the best, I think, that's around at the moment. I mean, it actually is integrated at least a little with TerraFirmaCraft. Bunsen and the rest of the TFNC devs are actually pretty dang awesome. But, well, yeah. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. So as you guys can see, we've got 32, 64, 96, 128, plus 16. I can't do the math for that right now. Anyways, we've got a lot of nickel here, which is good because it allows us to get into black steel. Okay, now that I have the last little bit of last recording actually settled in and recorded and all that stuff, realized I forgot to actually go over what was in all of this. So in here we've got some more granulite, coal coke that I picked up from I think one of the Thaumcraft chests, I think. Which those are actually, I think, going to be disabled. And I'll be putting in my own ways to get great wood. If you guys haven't guessed, there's going to be a lot of work for world generation stuff. It's going to suck a little bit having to do all that, but it'll be worth it, I think. I've got a lot of serpentine, which I also did some research. The reason why it's back in, because serpentine and microcline, which is what the osmium has returned into, both of those are originally from TFC itself. They were taken out, and TechNode actually put them back in, which is awesome. We've got blueberry bushes, elder bushes, got some journals, got more books, a lot more books, and more books. Important one here that you guys will want to see is Materials and You, Volume 1, which is the Tinker's Construct book. Yes, Tinker's Construct is going to be in the pack. It will be limited, and it's... What I actually really want to talk about with you guys is, how do you feel about world generation based progress? I've got at least 2 or 3 things which I want to gate behind either extremely high tier stuff like red and blue steel, or the way you're actually supposed to get it is through world generation. And I just want to know what you guys feel about that idea. Namely, the tool station itself and the smeltery, both of which I am considering putting behind world generation stuff. Reason being, Tinker's is really kind of strong. Originally, I had said I think it might be a little bit too weak because, like a broadsword, it's going to do like 6 damage. I mean, let's take a look. Let's just look at the Manual broadsword. It does 8 damage, which is pretty nice in vanilla, but my copper pickaxe does 67. So it's there's a little bit of a damage gap there. But I think I can change that. Okay, anyways, moving on. We've got our platinum that we found, which I did remember what it was actually important for. So, take a look at this. And somewhere in here, there is, beyond these trapdoors, where is it? There are little weights. Yeah, these. Scale weights. These are used for scales, as you could probably guess by the name. Which is this. This allows you to separate food out by its specific weight. So I've been wanting to get into that. We've got a ton of bushes. I am pretty happy about these. So, yeah. Always nice to have more fruit. Got more serpentine. We've got a lot of saplings. A lot of saplings that I am very happy to have found. Oak, I don't think I ever found oak, the oak in TerraFirmaCraft. So that's nice. White cedar, as I've said, it's one of my favorite woods, and I'm very glad to have it. Then yeah, let's see what else we got. We've got a lot of seeds and a little bit of kaolinite, borax, more seeds, a lot of sugarcane, more saplings, and of course, last bit of borax. So that's actually everything I think I pulled back, and I'm pretty happy about that. So also, seeing as I was editing this episode previous to recording this last section, I said I wasn't sure how I was going to have this thing function. I've actually been thinking about it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow it to do stuff like squish together. It's going to be able to roll stuff, like you'd expect with a name. Where it becomes very important for more stuff in here is when you try to do stuff like turning pig iron into steel, because that machine actually can do that. I mean, let's take a look. Rolling machine, high carbon steel. Rolling machine, pig iron. So you can basically take the pig iron straight from a blast furnace, which I think I cut this out, but I had the blast furnace set up here for a little bit, just so I can get a little bit of steel. I really need to set it back up and make a little bit more, but I'm okay with not doing that yet. And I've said this before, I am actually planning on leaving this area somewhat soon. Which I don't have the location where I'm going to go yet. Which, speaking of which, let's grab these. One thing I like about these is that they actually auto-update. For instance, if you have a map bit in your atlas, it'll actually automatically pick stuff up. Okay. That should be good. It'll like automatically actually update whatever's on the wall, which I really think is pretty cool. We've got a little bit, a few more of these down here somewhere. And of course I'm trying to look for them on camera, which is always a horrible, horrible idea. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Let's get more. What I need to do is I'm wanting to put all of these up on a wall so you can actually take a look at it. The new area, I've actually come up with the name, which is something I do want to do. I want to have each of these areas that I'm planning on having their own distinct names and functions. For instance, this is the tower, which it's going to be primarily for Thaumcraft, and if I can actually get it to work, I'd like to put Ars Magica back in, because this area is fun and well suited for it, I think. I need to make sure it can actually work. The big holdups there are actually making a spell altar and making it feel fun to create the spells, I guess. Which, yeah, is actually kind of difficult when you think about it, because I don't like having simple conversion recipes. For instance, like, I could have blue steel convert into diamonds or something like that, and then you'd make your enchanting table with 2 ingots, or 2 diamonds, and, you know, like the normal vanilla recipe. Or you can take your vanilla recipe and change it, which is a lot more satisfying, I think. But you can't really do that too easily with Ars Magica, but I'm getting way ahead of myself, and that's for another video, which I've had to scrap the footage I was working on for the mod creation or mod pack creation video. It is still coming, but I've had, you know, like a little setback. Okay, what was I looking for? I was looking for hickory. Well, turns out ash is easier to find than hickory. So, there we go. I need a large enough wall too, which might actually be a challenge. I think actually up there might work. Let's see. I also still do need to get lights into here. Okay. Um. I think there's got to be a flat wall somewhere up here. I'm all but certain. And hey, it looks like most of our crops are done over there. Yeah, this'll work. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is actually perfectly sized. Let's get this out of the way right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on. There we go. 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, I'm not sure if these have the same issues that the vanilla Minecraft frames do. If you've watched the Minecraft vanilla server for Minecraft, you'll know that it has issues, or that the vanilla frames do, I should say. Oh my, this is gonna look cool, I think. And this is gonna be a good way to show you guys the just how much exploring I've done recently. Oops. The really annoying part was just how much of this was water. That's one good thing about mods like Biomes of Plenty. I think they, by default, actually cover up some of the water by having mushroom islands, which is weird, but you get less water that way. Like, less overly sized massive oceans, I should say. Yeah, this was a lot of very annoying. Like up there, that was just so annoying. But at least there wasn't anything I was crashing my boat on. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. I think it's this one. Crap. No, come back here. Nope. And you're gone. Lost to the abyss. Okay. Anyways, let's do the rest of this a little bit off camera, I guess. Man, this is weird looking at this. Okay, but I've been thinking about the new area. The new area I'm planning on calling the Confluence. Which Confluence is actually like a place where two rivers meet, kind of stuff. Where I'm getting the name from is from Guild Wars 2, because there's an area called the Ley Lane Confluence or something like that. And it just sounds cool. But it's where we're going to have things, I guess. And I forgot to grab something to actually mark. I'm thinking it's going to be right around there, because I want it to be relatively in the middle. Actually, yeah, there we go. It's interesting, not? Wait, no, I know why. Okay, that actually makes a lot more sense. I kind of forgot, if you have a map like this and it turns into, like a normal vanilla map, it loses all of the data that it had, because it's no longer a map that's like this, so that makes sense. Yeah, if we could go, well, no, that looks like it might be water right there. Yeah, we're gonna need some more paper also. But yeah, I think if we go there, it'll be good. I've also been thinking there's more types of track than just the vanilla. Like, more than just the stuff that needs standard rails. For instance, wooden tracks. Which if you do oh. Really? 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 Fine. Okay, but still, there's more kinds of track that shouldn't require iron. I think rail, wooden rail. Yeah, this is also something we could do. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what this is from. If it's from what I think it might be from, then good. What I think this is actually from is what was it called? This is TFC add-on that's meant to help mesh in Railcraft, and I think this is what it's from. It also might be from Tinkers or something like that. Oh god, those chickens. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it here. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.